Alright, we're starting.
That did not help at all, but it was fun.
We're starting, god damn it. Alright, we are live. Hey everybody, welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I am of course your host with the most, Ranger J 1999, and hey, welcome to another live Star Wars Galaxy Heroes lunch stream where we just hang out with you good folks and talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and have some fun. Just a little bit of a note, we're going to be doing this stream and then we're going to end it probably around 1 because I'm going to go right into GAC. We're going to have some fun with GAC like we have been on our quest for Cabber. We must hit Cabber again. This is what we do. If I'm going to go all the way for Cabber. So we're going to go right into GAC after that. So stick around for that fun right after we get done with this stream. So that'll be a lot of fun for all the boys and girls out there in TV land. And speaking of TV land, whether it's morning, noon, or night, wherever you are, whether you're watching this live or later on, welcome to the show. If you are live, pop yourself into the chat, say hi. We like to shout out to everybody, so go ahead and say hi to everybody. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like the content and you like what we're doing and you'd like to support us, you can subscribe. If you'd like to be support us in other ways, you can do super chats. We have all kinds of fun stuff that pops up, whether through Twitch or through YouTube. With the super chat function, Twitch, you can go in and donate bits, and you can do funny little sound bites and little fun things pop up there. And Phil's Vader's Cup of Plenty. The more there's in Vader's Cup of Plenty, the more that goes towards supporting RSG and our endeavor to bring you quality content and fun, entertaining content that you can enjoy at any time. We are back in the swing of things, so we'll do like we always do our lunch streams. We're going to do a roster review. I'm going to suffer through mod depression, and of course we're going to get to as many of your questions as we can. If you have a question in the way it works, if you have a question, all you need to do is pop your question into chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. That helps us scoop it up with Nightbot, and we will get your question as best we can. That being said, let's get into it. Let me introduce the panel that's with us. We've got Grim the Mechanic.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, glad to have you here. And of course we got the Marble Master himself, Finity, who did a lot of marble stuff last night. How did that go, Finn?
It was fun. I hope people enjoyed it.
I was trying to look at it with my phone, and it just wasn't working. I kept getting weird stuff, so I was like, screw this.
There were a lot of people that were saying like it was just buffering for them. I think Grim, you said it.
Yeah, I couldn't watch anything.
It was buffering bad. So
it's not for everyone. That was the weird part. Like I had it open on mine and it was streaming perfect because I was trying to monitor it. I don't know what happens with Twitch where for some people.
For me, it locked me into the 720p, and if you don't have decent internet, it always buffers when you go into the higher resolutions like that.
Yeah, for my computer, it never have any problems, but like for my phone, I don't know if I was just because I was outside doing stuff. It just was not catching it. So. I was like, well, that's strange. I never get that.
I mean, that's okay. I just ended up going and crying myself to sleep because I couldn't watch marbles.
Get over it. Oh, Lordy in heaven. Jesus.
I have like so much stuff set up on that stream deck now, Ranger. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
like,
I'm sure you do.
All the stuff for marbles, and there's still more stuff that I'm trying to add onto there, and it's
Finn is definitely addicted to his balls, so but yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the Marvel stuff, please do. It's a lot of fun. People really enjoy it. So there you go. That being said, we got Dr. Finn here with us. So glad to have him in. Are you scooping up questions, Finn, or am I needed to do that?
No, I should be able to scoop up questions.
Okay, cool. All right, so say hi in chat. We're about to shout everybody out. But the first thing I want to do is this. It's been a long time coming. Wat Tambor is going to 7 stars, baby. Here we go.
Nice. I'm jealous, man.
Here we go. Promote him. Yes, good. Good. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to upgrade him to Gear 12. Yeah, we're going to do that. There we go. Gear 12, baby. There it is. So he's upgraded to Gear 12 automatically. So next on the list is, of course, Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, eventually, a couple weeks, we'll do him next. So... but what do I need for him to go to Relic? We need these pieces. What are these pieces? Oh, those. Oh, I need a lot of those. 20, 40, 80 of those. I only have 31. Well, that'll be creamy. So I'll start farming those just in case. I've been farming a lot of Gear 12 stuff. And there's Buddy, my mom's dog. Hi, Buddy. What are you doing? You want to say hi to everybody in the YouTubes? Come here, buddy. Come here. Up. Come here. Come here, you goofball. No, come here. No, I don't want to play. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Turn around so I can pick you up. There we go. There's Buddy. Say hi, Buddy. What? You come running down here. What do you want?
Aw.
What do you want, Buddy? What?
He doesn't want anything. You're belly rubbing him. He's happy.
Oh, he is. He'll lay on his back and you can just rub his chest like this, and he'll just lay there like a big goof. Says, all right, I'm a big goofy boy.
I'll give you forever to stop that.
Oh, he's a pet monger. He is addicted to pets, aren't you, buddy?
Don't.
That's right. You're
Stop.
A good boy.
Don't stop.
Don't do it. No. What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at?
He's ready to fall asleep, buddy. Right there.
We're streaming. That's right. I know you're a goofy boy. Okay. He took off running. Came running in. And now I'm covered in buddy hair. All right. So we got that done. So Watt is 12. I wanted to get that knocked out. And let's say hello to everybody in chat. Jason Krulik says, Ranger, you're facing my guildmate in GAC. Oh, well. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So, Jason, if you would like to have any vengeance against your guildmate, maybe you'll help me crush him in GSC. Yuta says, greetings, skewers. Happy Tuesday. Let there be fun and happiness. There always is. Thank you, Yuta, for being here. Ouchie girl. Ouchie Dumpling says, bloop. I don't know what she just says bloop. Is that some kind of new sound fin for marbles or something? I just heard bloop. So, Dr. Gonzo H, my man, says howdy. Rico W, that's a new name, says hi all. Hey, Rico. Revenator with the wave. James O. Mahoney says hi, Finn. Oh, God.
He's one of my guildies. He's actually our roster review for today.
Anyone say hi to her? She just defend, so I got it.
Well, yeah, he's my guildie.
I totally understand that. Maz Kanata with the wave. Hi, Maz. Hey, Maz. Foreigner says hello there. Zem420 says, sup, skewers. Good to be back. Glad to have you back, Zem420. Fede Chico says, good morning. Jason Hama, our man, says, hey, everyone. Darth Sign 1972 says, happy Tuesday, RSG. Glad to have you here, Darth Sign. Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel all right, says, good day, skewers. Torn Jack says, good afternoon, everyone. He Torn. Steve V says, hola, RSG crew. Hashtag Star Wars Scouts of Heroes 2020. There you go. Rooster says, whip him out, skewers. He's got his pickles out. That's what I like to see. Gino says, hello there, skewers. Rooster says, I kicked ours. I guess he's referring to marbles. Amma says they enjoyed marbles. That's a good sign. Let's see here. Danilo Papaya says, hola. Let's see here. Anybody else? Zem420 says, question, did Ranger move? What's going on here? Yes, I did move. Gav P says, hey, RSG crew and skewers. Good day to all. Glad to have you here, Gav P. Dolby 6506 is here with himself and Harry Potter. Hello, Dolby. Shadowville says, congrats on Want. Thank you, Shadowville. I don't have to look at that turd muffin again. Darth Hideous says, shut up, Finn. God, he's just starting right off the bat, Finn. He just, and caps. He said, shut up, Finn.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. Yeah.
That's the way he says hi.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Darth Hideous tries to be all tough and shit, but he's actually a very nice person. What else? 73 says, can I get a what? Can I get a what? Gino says, congrats, Rangers. Hacks. Well, true. If you're not hacking, you're not trying. Danilo Papaya says, now to Gear 13 with Watt. Yeah, I'll probably Gear 13 him. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he's definitely one worth taking all the way up.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get some extra.
He's just so amazing.
Let's see here. Darth Vader 7 says hello. Hey. Let's see. Nobunaga says, aloha kakahayaka. Good morning. And he says, skewers, that's the island greeting of Hawaii. I have been to Hawaii, Finn. To the island of Kamano
Tikitia.
Yeah, I love all that stuff. So,
I was actually in Hawaii.
Yeah, I've been there. James
I like the, what are they called? Malasadas, I believe is what they're called.
Hawaii. I just remember that because I was there for the talk about it.
So it's unfortunate. I'm not a big raw fish person, but I know like one of the big things there is
I
that
love
the poke.
Raw fish. Are you kidding me, man?
So I'm not. So I like the cooked sushi and stuff. It just not.
I love
not my nature necessarily for raw fish. So,
sushi. Oh, so good.
But I know poke is like one of the big things that I have not had poke before.
All right. Sith Lord 72 says, hello there all. Glad to have you here, Sith Lord. James says, shut up, Ranger. I don't think so, James, and you better watch that attitude there, young man, or I'll kill Finn. Shadowville says, happy Tuesday. Glad to have here my H-Town brother. Let's see here. Who else we got? Let's see. Anybody else? Dan the Man says, hey, Dan the Man. I think that's it. Nobunaga's here. I think that covers most of it. Yep, there we go. I think we're caught up. Oh, no, there's Baby Herman. Baby Herman says, keep up the great work. Glad to have you here, Baby Herman. All right. Well, it's that time of the show where we've done all the introductions. If I see your name as we go on, I'll say hi. But glad to have all you guys here on this Tuesday as we do our lunch stream. Buddy, what are you doing? Quit looking at me all sad. I already petted you. He's just looking at me with those sad puppy dog eyes. Yes, I get it, buddy. You're pathetic. Just looking at me like, pet me. I need love. Why are you? Forget those people. I'm more important. All right, buddy. Quit looking at me. Stop it. All right. Let's go do some mod depression. If you guys are new to the show, but most of you are not, you know what's going to happen next. I am going to go do mods and try to roll them on and see what we can get, and it usually goes horribly wrong for me. So, don't even need to sort because I already know the green mods. Now get out of here. So we'll go always these green mods I've been working on. Let's see, this is a 5-speed. We're going to slice this one because it's 5-speed. We'll give it a slice. Let's see. Oh, it's already hit defense 1, so this is not a good sign. Hey, Chewie. Offense. Well, I just can get rid of that mod eventually.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have rolled something other than offense. Offense is a good stack to pull.
Yeah, it's not going too well for us. All right, back down. We'll see. This has not been going well. I got a lot of other mods.
I'm trying to add some positive, comments to this.
It doesn't work, Grim, because we all know that depression is a real thing, and I suffer through it horribly. All right, let's go do another mod here. All right. Let's see, what's this? This is a 4-speed, 3-speed. Let's see what else we got. You never do those speed mods. Here's one. Okay, we'll slice this one. All right, we just need some of those. There we go. And come on, game. It's lagging. And the next one hit offense. Yay! Well, that's another mod. Get the stupid ass mod out of it. Well, there you go. Depression. That's right, buddy. We had depression with the mods. Like, no,
dude, I spent probably 60 million credits rolling mods the other day. Yeah, it didn't go well.
Yeah. Well, with that note, let's get into our roster review because that'll make me feel better because, the mod depression always happens. Usually it goes very, very bad for me, so, yeah, not good. All right. Today we're doing John 99's profile in Reality Skewed Psy. We already knew that because Finn had already let us know that we were... It was going to be a guildie. Let me get to the roster review schedule and see what our good friend John says. Farming priorities. What characters I should take to Gear 13 Relic and Zeta recommendations. Well, we can look at that stuff here for you, my friend. All right, let me get that. Let's see here. All right, so doing pretty decently. 3 million GP roster. Doing fine in ships. Doing the best he can with the Padme team. Does have some relic characters on there. Finn, this is your actual guildie. You want to kind of look at this yourself and say some stuff?
Well, I can.
Yeah.
I already talked to him a little bit, but
yeah, why don't you? This is your guilty. This is your guilty. So I mean, it makes sense. Like what you're seeing and what you want him to work on. So have at it, Finn.
So if you go through the checklist on the left, right, we can see some of the things that he's missing and how far away he is. So if we look at the, are you on the checklist page?
I gotta go to the checklist. Yeah.
I am there. Yeah, and he's his
Anakin Skywalker. He's missing the dark side. He's missing the dark side, and he's missing 3PO.
Well, I'd love to agree with you because nothing of the checklist is popping up.
No, you have to log in. Make sure you're logged in.
Oh God, I have to log in. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got almost all of the light side, except for Shaak Ti and 3PO, done for gas.
Yeah. Just for the light side, right? But he has all of the dark side. Like all the droids and stuff are still pending.
So where you were looking at first? Yeah. You're looking at.
So I'm just going down the list, right?
Okay, so we're at
the second
Skywalker.
one there, So General Skywalker, if we look on there, missing 3PO, so we'll look at the Ewoks as something to potentially farm, and then missing the dark side droids and Asajj, which is and Shaak Ti also for the light side. So Shaak Ti and 3PO, and then for dark side, need to get Asajj up to 7-star, and then pretty much all the Separatist droids.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll keep that in mind as we look at the rest. For Chewie, you're almost ready for Chewie right now, right? You have Boba, Cad Bane, Greedo, IG-88. You're going to want to finish Bosk. Bosk is going to be your 5th bounty hunter that you're going to need. You already have him at gear 11, which is perfect. You're also going to want him for Houndstooth and everything. So Bosk is probably going to be one of your top priority farms here. Scrolling down to the rest of the checklist, Jedi Training Rey, unfortunately, requires the veterans. So we'll kind of hold off on that. However, there is Galactic Legend Rey coming up. So we'll take a look at your resistance. But yeah, and Finn. But Finn is in like a different spot, right? You can farm him, I think, from guild currency, right?
Oh, yeah.
So veterans are the Cantina farm, which is the pain in the butt, because right now there's a lot of stuff to farm in Cantina. Go ahead, Garen. You're going to say something?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say real quick on the bounty hunters thing. Since he's going to be farming Bosk, and he really, I mean, Houndstooth is, when you think about the best ship in the game. You know, he is an integral part to almost every single fleet makeup there is.
Yeah.
And he can be farmed on Jango's node.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone there, get Jango up, and get Houndstooth at the same time.
Yep, that's a good point. And Jango is a really good character.
He's amazing.
So that would be one thing to farm there. So Jedi Knight Revan, you're just a little bit away from Zalbar. So once you finish Zalbar, you'll get your Jedi Knight Revan. So that's a pretty easy one there. You do have to work the gear a little bit. I wouldn't work on the gear on T3. T3 can stay exactly where he is. You have an 11 Bastila and Jolee. You can get them higher, especially Jolee. That's nice because it'll help you on your team. Mission and Zalbar are going to be the other 2 you're going to want to focus on. T3 can be like gear 1 and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we got some work. I'm looking at the Old Republic.
Malik, he's not ready for Darth Revan. Darth Revan, he's considerably farther away from.
Yeah, he seems fine for Jedi Knight Revan.
Jedi Knight Revan he can get. Darth Revan he is not. He's very far away from Darth Revan. So if we're looking at a potential focus, right? I think the easy things to focus on immediately is get your boss so you can work on your Chewie. That'll get you and I'm going to go to the characters tab now, and let's look at your rebels to see where your CLS team is. And you have a gear 12 CLS. You have a gear 10 Han Solo. You're going to want to get him up higher. Han Solo, you're going to want gear 12 with the bayonet in particular. And once you get Chewie kind of going here at a higher level and at 7-star in particular, I know you have him at 5. You can still work on his gear and everything. CLS, Han, Chewie, one of the best trios in the game. Just makes it simple, right? So, and it works in 5s also. So that's going to be one of the major things you're going to want to work on. Then we'll look at your Ewoks. Let's see how close you are to 3PO. And actually, you're not terribly far. You have a 7-star Tebow who can be put on the team. You have a 6-star Elder. You're going to want to get him higher. Ideally, the rest of your Ewoks are going to be Chirpa, Paplu, and Wicket. Chirpa is Cantina. Paplu is Guild Store, I think.
Yeah.
Where's Paplu? He is Guild Store, right? I think Paplu is Guild Store.
Paplu is Guild Store, yeah.
And then Wicket is through the event, and then also a hard node. And Wicket has a good hard node too, so he's definitely worth farming. And then getting him gets you Zetas. Yep.
So if we're gonna go to priorities list of like who to farm first, which teams.
Bosk would be at the top to get
Bosk is
Chewie
one
done.
character, right? So we need Bosk.
Well, I'd say Bosk and Django, because then he'll get Houndstooth, kill two birds with one stone. Django will really help with the Chewbacca mission.
I think so.
Yep.
As well.
I'm good with that. I'm good with Houndstooth, Django, and then Bosk.
Farm, so Bosk and Django, I'm totally cool with that.
Well, he doesn't necessarily need to. So Django comes as like he has the other bounty hunters already 7-star.
Yeah, but
right.
I'm talking
so he doesn't
ships.
need Django. He needs Houndstooth. Now Django is an additional benefit for a really good bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So in terms of what he's actually focusing on, I would say it's Houndstooth and Bosk, not necessarily Django. Django is just a really nice kind of double benefit there.
Yeah, they're on the same node. So
then you can finish Zalbar. That gets you Jedi Knight Revan, right? So that gets you 2 effectively legendary characters done very quickly.
Yeah, and Zalbar is
really good.
Cantina, isn't he?
Yeah.
Zalbar is he Cantina? I thought he was Fleet.
I think he's Cantina.
Let me look.
I have to double check. God, I keep forgetting where all of these characters are.
Yeah, it's been so long since I farmed them. So
check right now.
Zalbar.
I think we're all checking right now in game to see where Zalbar is. Zalbar is
He's
fleet and regular energy.
He's a fleet and hard node. So.
He's fleet and hard node.
Not
So,
Cantina.
so I'm gonna try and make a list here so we can get down exactly who you're farming from where, right? So Bosk is hard node. I'm writing it down on my sheet of paper here. So I'm making 3 columns here. So in regular energy, we have Bosk. Then we have Zalbar, who can be regular or fleet. And then for Cantina, we don't have anything yet. I'm trying to check all of this stuff, so make sure we have everything. The Bosk, Bosk is hard node. And then Django with Houndstooth is regular also. So you're using up a lot of your regular energy already. So fleet is probably going to go to Zalbar.
There you go.
And then we're going to look at your Ewoks, right? And try to see what the best way is to get your Ewoks. So for the Ewoks, that'll get you your 3PO, right? Which will then start to slowly progress you to gas. Now, the reason I'm kind of skipping over Darth Revan, right? And actually, we're going to come to that. I don't know if we're...
Well, there's a Cantina farm for him right there if he's going to be doing Ewoks, because Chirpa is a Cantina node.
Right, but what I'm wondering is whether it's better to go after gas or whether it's better to go after the veterans to start working towards Rey.
No, it's better to get gas or...
Because we don't know what the Rey is. Yeah, I think we're better off going with gas and going after the known commodities here. So, so if we're going after 3PO, then we're going to need to... I know that's the best way, Hideous, but he has a 7-star T-Bow, so we're going to make adjustments so he doesn't have to farm extra stuff.
Yeah, I did it with the T-Bow. I didn't do it with that.
Yeah, you can do it with T-Bow instead of Walker. But
he is closer to getting JTR than he is 3PO.
JTR is not a priority, and those
he is, but JTR is not going to serve him as well. I don't think
the veterans are a nightmare.
So here's the biggest question, right, Grim? Is we don't know what the hell is happening with this new Rey. Like, if we knew the new point. Rey's kit, we would be able to say, like, jump into it, right? But we always say, especially for free to play, that you can't necessarily make a huge mistake, because if you start going after something and it fails, you've now wasted a lot of time. So you're always better going after the known commodity rather than the unknown when you don't have the leeway to kind of make up for it. So
true.
So that's the only reason why I'm leaning towards gas. I saw your clones. Your clones are awesome. I mean, you have a 7-star ARC Trooper.
But let's hold off on clones.
I think part of that is to work on Shaak Ti. Shaak Ti is another character he doesn't have finished.
Yeah, but she's only a fleet.
She's fleet, so she will be after Zalbar.
Well, you can do both at the same time with your fleet because your fleet comes back twice, so you can work on both.
You should be able to do both. Yep.
But Shaak Ti's because if you look at the stuff you need for Phase 2 of the gas event, Padme's relic, General Kenobi's relic, Ahsoka's Gear 12, we need to get 3PO and finish up Shaak Ti, and you're going to be in a great spot for gas on the Phase 2 side. But we also have to have 3PO, so that's why we're looking at Ewoks. And then if we look at your what's going to hold you up a little bit is your Separatist. When we were looking at
the Separatist droid is the big farm right after this.
Yeah, so
right after you finish kind of these main ones, it's going to be all about the Separatists.
Yeah, it's going to be about Asajj, B2, Droideka, B1. Magna Guard. I mean, those are the tunes that you're going to have. So it's going to be all especially once we get Ewok squared away and 3PO in, then pretty much you just need farming and your gear's pretty solid on your Phase 2. Then it's all about Phase 4, and you got a lot of work to do, and it's going to be all in with the farming because B2's Cantina, Magna Guard, I think it's just a hard node. Droideka's hard node. Asajj is hard node. And then B1.
Actually, Asajj is Squad Arena.
Squad Arena.
I'm sorry.
Asajj is an easy one that you can finish off right now. She should be your primary focus from Squad Arena. So, as I went through this, right? So the things that you're going to be farming from the regular energy is going to be Bosk Node, Jango, Wicket, and Ewok Elder.
Oh yeah, Magna's Cantina. Sorry.
Yep. From your fleet, you're going to do Zalbar and Shaak Ti.
Yeah.
As the first grouping, right? And then from your Cantina, you're going to do Chirpa. And as soon as Chirpa is done, you can also do Paplu. But Paplu you can also get from the guild store while you're farming Chirpa, which means you don't need as much farming of Cantina for Paplu, right? So that'll be your sequence to try and you're going to get Jedi Knight Revan done as a result of this, and you're going to get 3PO done as a result of this, and Chewie to 7-star.
Yeah, it's pretty nice little additions.
Yep, and as soon as those are done, it'll most likely be a switch to the Separatist droids. B1, Droideka, B2, and Magna Guard. And the only way that changes is depending on what we get in terms of a kit of the new Rey.
But even then, it's like, if you go to his resistance in his first order, I mean, it's going to be...
He's a Finn away, which is in Guild Store, and then he'd have to farm the veterans, with the amount that he has to farm for the Separatist droids, he's almost about equally away from it.
But...
It'll be hard, but we need to see what the kit is for Rey to even have this discussion. As it stands right now, there's nothing, right? Right now, the focus, it would be on gas. Because we don't know anything about this new Rey. We don't know if she's going to be good. We don't know if she's going to suck. I mean, We've seen this before. If you guys don't remember, Darth Revan came out, and he was okay, but the biggest complaint, if you guys don't remember, was that Darth Revan was getting beat still by Jedi Knight Revan. Like, just crushed. Darth Revan was not beating Jedi Knight Revan. And then Malak came out and friggin' changed everything.
Oh, God.
So it might not just be what happens with Rey. So we're going to have to look at the kit of Rey, but also how it fits into what we think is going to happen with it. We've already mentioned this, that Rey and Kylo might go together to unlock a Palpatine that somehow does something. So we don't exactly know exactly how this is going to... Briarius, I know you say she isn't going to suck. I'll say this again. Jedi Training Rey was the worst legendary character in the game. She was not useful beyond 1 week. She was useful for 1 week, and then Night Sisters came out, and they killed themselves on Plague.
Everything was fine and peaceful until the Fire Nation attacked.
Jedi Training Rey was one of the most lackluster legendaries in this game. Now, maybe, or Hero's Journey, or whatever you want to call it. So, we'll see what they do with Rey. I don't know what they'll do with Rey, but the last Rey was, I think, the worst of the special introduction characters of all of them. She was worse than legendaries, in my opinion. She was pretty bad. And even at the time, I think Loki and I both said it, this was not a good roster for somebody that was supposed to be on the same level as CLS. And we can see that now. CLS has outlasted the usefulness that Rey has. Rey's only usefulness was actually PvE. Until the Sith raid came out and Rey was dominant in phase 1, people were wondering what the hell was what Rey was for. GMY was not worse than Jedi Training Rey, Deadpool Kyle. You forget the fact that for the longest time, the meta was a Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn lead with Yoda. That was the Jedi meta for the longest time. People forget what was happening with the meta back when these characters were there. They lost their usefulness afterwards, but Yoda with Qui-Gon Jinn Zeta lead was the most dominant meta for probably a good month and a half to 2 months. Because they all started with Foresight and you could not touch Yoda. I'm just saying. So, in terms of what you're going to be farming, I think that's what you're having here. So regular energy, Bosk, the Jango, Houndstooth node, Wicked, and Elder. Fleet is going to be Zalbar and then Shak T. Your Cantina is going to be Chirpa and then occasionally Paplu, but you're going to focus Paplu. You're not going to do Paplu while you're working on Chirpa. But when you do Cantina, you are going to then do the guild event purchases of the guild event purchases of the Paplu.
Yeah.
Paplu. And then once you're done with Chirpa, you can farm Paplu and stuff. And yeah, so you have your farms, and then of course Asajj is going to be your squad arena.
There you go. All right, so we've laid out a plan for gear, all that priorities and stuff. So you've got a good solid plan there for what you need to work on. So, all right, let's see here. You want to go to mods and see how he's looking on his mods?
Yeah, we can take a look at his mods.
Well, you're the mod whisperer, so.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get to his mod page here.
Ooh, that one mod, 28 speed. Jesus. The first one that popped up, I was like, ow! Yeah, we need to do some more work on speed mod sets.
Yeah, your mods are on okay locations, but it's just not they're not on necessarily the correct spots. I mean, they're on the correct spots, but you need more of them.
Well, there's also some mods here that definitely need to be sliced. One on Nihilus, definitely the one on Boss needs to be sliced. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a nice one that could probably get into the 20s for you as a speed. Hopefully, mod depression. But we're lacking a lot of speed mods. Don't 60 any more mods, my friend. Too, I'm seeing a couple of ones with 10 speed that have 6E status. I'm like, no, don't unless the mod is got a major stat or is don't 60 any more mods for a bit here, my friend. Unless they're like a super mod.
Yeah, unless it's one that will go over 20 speed.
Anything like 19 or above, you can 6E, but unless it's got a crazy stat on it, like crit chance or something, it's got like 17 speed or something, you can probably do that one. But let's be a little bit more selective on what we're 6E in here, because some of the mods that you've 6E'd, I'm like, no, that's a waste of materials. Yeah. 10 speed, no, those mods were not worth 6E. So, and we're also, I'm noticing this, Finn, we need a lot more speed sets, speed secondaries. Especially if we're starting to get into the Jedi Knight Revan and then eventually gas and other stuff, you're going to need a lot of speed. Anything else you're going to see there, Dr. Finn?
No, I think that's the main thing. It's just farming up speed sets.
Yeah. Well, Darth, here it is. It's not that they are rare, but they go by quick, and you want to be very selective with your mods. I mean, yeah, there are events and stuff, and you can't get them from like the Heroic Sith raid, but depending on where you're at, how many you're getting. But I mean, you can do a few mods and have nothing left. So, yeah, I think be very selective with your mods. With what you slice. I mean, like if like for instance, if that one for Nihilus hits, yeah, you definitely want to 60 that. That's a nice ass mod. The one for Boss wouldn't be too bad either. Anything that's at the 20 speed, you definitely want to slice. But anything below that, you want to be very selective. Just save your materials. You know, there's certain mods you want to just 60 and some you want. And the other thing too is because of the where your characters are at, you want a lot of those mods still 5A because you're going to be moving them around a lot. So, but outside of your arena team or characters like that, unless the mod's crazy good, don't slice it. Your arena team still I would be selective about doing those as well. So, all right. Anything else we need to cover, Finn? We kind of covered the gambit here. All the characters he needs to farm, direction, which characters he needs to work on, looking at his mods and what he needs to do.
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. But everything is looking good
Yeah,
so far.
It's solid. I mean, you got a lot of.
You just have a lot to farm. That's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, you look at some of your squads, like your GR squad, it looks great. God, it looks super great. And then, you know, just a matter of just start rounding stuff up and getting focused. And I think once you do that, I mean, you're getting there, my friend. You're definitely getting there. As we start adding these big, heavy hitting teams, and some of these pieces like Chewbacca, which is really going to help your CLS team, and Jango with Boss, that's going to round up another awesome team for you. So, he's asking about Zetas. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Let's take a look.
I mean, honestly, I mean, we know we need, if we're going to go for 3PO, Chirpa Zeta's not bad. I'm very hesitant to tell you which one to Zeta.
Let me take a look. I'm gonna just go back to his characters here and just look at the top of his roster because we don't want to necessarily put Zetas on lower end parts, right? So he's focused on the Padme team, which is fine. He has Fives and Rex, which is good. So how many do you have? Because as soon as you get Zalbar done, you can go to the journey guide and get your Jedi Knight Revan, which is going to take up 3 Zetas. Right? So how many Zetas do you have? Because you do have to save up 3 for Jedi Knight Revan. So that would be my first question before spending any of your Zetas. Because then afterwards would probably be the boss unique.
One. Yeah, boss needs his.
Because you're going to go after Chewie, you're going to need boss, especially his unique, possibly his leader as well, depending on what you're going to do with Jango. So boss would definitely be on the top of the list. And otherwise, I would save because then you have a bunch of other options. For example, BB-8 doesn't have anything. You don't have Jedi Training Rey, but if you go after her, you're going to need BB-8 Zeta.
Well, eventually we get to the Separatist, he's going to need a lot of Zetas.
And he's going to need a lot on Separatist, that's right.
So, I mean, other than those characters mentioned, you know, Chirpa for the 3PO event, Bosk, 3 for Jedi Knight Revan, and then I would say the rest for Separatists as we start.
Or whatever else comes about, right? We don't know if anything
it could change, but I mean that's the plan for now. When plans change, things change. But
there are other ones, and so there are some other good ones, right? Zalbar and Mission, I like both of their Zetas, but they're not going to be critical for anything immediately. Once you start going after Malik, maybe.
Oh yeah,
right, but you're a little bit farther away from that.
Yeah, there's a different ball game right there. I'm gonna tell you something, Finn. That's a different ball game right there.
Yeah, Malik changes things, but in the perspective of where you are right now, those would be the only Zetas I would look at.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, anything else is just there's no point. So there you go. So Zetas, character farm, all that good stuff. So yeah, and just keep farming away, my friend. If you follow the plan and just get those characters, and you start getting these characters and these teams rounded out, you're going to start seeing a big difference. Just gives you more flexibility, GAC, TW, your Rays, things of that nature. It just helps out tremendously having Jedi Knight Revan, because it's not just Jedi Knight Revan. You need Basila, or well, not Basila, but well, I don't know. You do need Basila because Grievous, but you know. Jolie. Oh, you already got Jolie and Basila done. Okay, good. We'll need Yoda. No, he's dead too. Okay, so really, 3 on Jedi Knight Revan, that team will be ready to rock and roll. Very nice. So, yeah, I think we're good. So, if there's not any other questions, Dr. Finn, how does someone get a roster view from RSG?
Join the RSG Psy Guild. We have an opening.
No, that's wrong. How does someone who's not looking to join RSG Psy get a roster view? Just anybody.
Then you can join the guild. We have an opening.
Oh, for God's sakes. Just tell them how they joined the goddamn queue.
head on to the RSG Discord. The link is in the description. Message me, Finity, saying that you want a roster review, and then we'll add you to the queue as your roster review comes closer. Message you saying that your roster review is coming up. We'll schedule you on a particular date, get the information about the stuff that you want, and then we'll do your roster review. Please make sure that if you are a patron of green level or higher, that you do mention that in your PM to me. That way you can get put on the accelerated list, which is one of the benefits that you get for being.
All right. So thank you for letting us look at your roster today. Very much appreciated. Oh, Finn, we got our ACS campaign going on right now.
We do.
Let's see where we're at right now. We are at. I'm pulling it up. Come on. $16,261. Man, we're almost right there. And Finn has a challenge right now that he's putting out there.
Yeah. If we can get to the final goal of 17,500 by the end of the month, I will relic 7 Rose Tico.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Relic
She will be my first.
Rose
She will be my
Tico.
first and highest relic.
Oh, he's asking about ships. We'll go back here. Let me go back.
Houndstooth.
Yeah, we're gonna get Houndstooth.
That's your primary focus for ships right now.
Let's see what you're running. You're running the Akbar fleet, but we don't have Millennium Falcon. I mean, you're doing okay. Let's see, what ships do we have and not have? You got a lot of the good ships done. Hans Falcon is 5 stars. Wait, is that being run in the? Wait. If we're running home 1, well, okay. Even at 5 stars, you should be running the Falcon and your starting lineup with a home 1 team. Oh, you don't have Chewie, that's why. Damn. Okay, never mind. Damn it.
And we need to get his Houndstooth and everything up. So
forget what everything I say. But you can start with Houndstooth in your starting lineup.
You're gonna have a lot of changes once you finish Chewie and you get your Houndstooth.
Yeah. So
But then you have
ships.
everything. Once you can get the Millennium Falcon, you're gonna be able to run the standard Rebel team.
I'm looking at.
Does he have anything with Negotiator or anything? He does. He has a 5-star Negotiator.
Well, yeah, we could go with.
And he's worked on his ETA.
Yeah,
I mean, we can probably just go straight Galactic Republic at this point.
Negotiator,
He needs his Houndstooth a little higher.
Anakin with Umbaran, and then you have your reinforcements, Ahsoka, Rex, and then.
He has Clone Sergeant, too.
Yeah, you can go with those as your starting lineup. So.
Yep, I would go with your Negotiator. As soon as you get if your Houndstooth is not 7-star, I'll tell you right now, it's going to die too quickly. So you need to get your Houndstooth to 7-star, which is one of your farms. It's the Django node farm. So you're going to want to work on that quickly. But
yeah, but that'll come with the farm and stuff. So yeah, that's a better fleet for you since you don't have Chewie for the Han's Millennium Falcon. Running the home 1 team is not going to be advisable and stuff. But I think you could run the Negotiator fleet and have a lot of success with it. I mean, it's 5 stars, but I mean, I'm still running it at 5 stars. I mean, I'm about to have 6 after this TD, but it's a nasty ship even at 5 stars, especially when you're running all the Galactic Republic with it. So I mean, I don't drop, that kind of stuff. So all right, anything else? I think that covers the whole gamut. So let's get back into some gameplay. And we'll get into your questions. We're going to try to rock and roll through these because we're going to get to some JC action. It's going to be nice. So, Finn, what you got the questions up, my friend?
let me bring up Nightbot here. What the hell? Why is it giving me... Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Nightbot is saying that the login is...
What'd you do?
There we go. Now it's working.
What'd you do, Finn?
Now it's working.
How could you, Finn? Why, Finn? Why?
All right. What is today?
Today's the 7th?
Yeah, today's the 7th. Okay. Sorry. My brain is all...
No, yeah. Medication.
Darth Scion 1972 question. Do you think CG made Get 1 and 2 for ships and characters a way to slow player go, thus giving them time to create new content? Sorry, I meant reskinned content in their packs. Yes.
Yes.
They are pretty much on a delay tactic to avoid making new content because
Well,
their
and
teams are
it's
focusing
also
on
there
others.
to make you spend all your resources.
Oh, he's had a donation from Paul Bracamonte. He says, muy, I love you. Me, say your humble servant. Thank you for the $2 donation. But I just had images of Jar Jar in my head, and I'm like, oh my god. All right, next question, my friend.
All right, next one is Sith Lord. Question: Finish Clone
Sith
Sergeant.
Lord?
Damn it, Graham.
What?
You should have known better, Finn.
Question: Finish Clone Sergeant and Cody to Gear 13 for Lightside TB, or either finish my First Order to Gear 13 or flat out Horde. I have gas, etc., so there's not much I need gear right now. Thank you.
I'd recommend hoarding because we're gonna get a bunch of the Rise of Skywalker tunes here pretty soon, and
Well,
I get a feeling they're gonna be really good.
let me ask you this, if Sith Lord, if you're there. I assume the answer is yes, based on this question. Do you have ARC Trooper at 7-star? Because that's the whole reason to get Clone Sergeant and Cody up anyways, right? Is that the mission for Ki-Adi-Mundi? Right? It's the Ki-Adi-Mundi mission, or is it the special?
Yeah, I think
it's the Ki-Adi-Mundi, right?
I think I have to go back and look.
I'm trying to remember which one requires you to have the Cody and the Clone Sergeant, because I hate Lightside GOTB, and we did Hoth last time. I think it's the Ki-Adi-Mundi, and it requires a 7-star ARC Trooper.
Yeah, I think it's Ki-Adi-Mundi. I'll have to double check that real quick.
So the question would be whether or not you have a 7-star ARC Trooper. If you do, then I would actually say go with ARC Trooper and Cody, because you know you're going to need to work. Okay, he says Relic 6. So yes, I think you would go with Cody and Clone Sergeant to help your guild get the Ki-Adi-Mundi shards. That would be the way I would go first, because you know that you're going to need to farm that, and that thing is so slow to farm that if you're in a guild that is making a conscious push. Okay, Ziglet is saying it's the special mission. It's not Cam that needs it. Okay, so which one does Ki-Adi-Mundi need? He just needs all. His is Galactic Republic.
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm trying to remember the requirements for these because I'm so far away. But even for special mission, everyone needs to get 2s, right? I would focus on the light side if you can get the mission completed. And if you have Relic 6s, right, on your ARC Trooper and you're working on your Cody and your Clone Sergeant, I would probably continue to work on those just to get the light side GOTB get 2 mission completed. So that's where I would go. But in just kind of full disclosure, I like to focus a little bit more on the PvE and the guild content stuff. If you're looking to prepare for any PvP changes, right? If you're preparing for PvP changes, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to need to make sure you hoard for First Order, because we don't know exactly what's happening with the First Order. There's a chance that the First Order is going to be needed for whatever's obviously it's going to be needed for the new Kylo, but then you might need the new Kylo and Rey again. We're mentioning this because it seems to be the direction they're going based on the last 2 Revans, where you're going to need Rey and Kylo for something bigger. And if they have requirements like they do for Malik, where you're going to need a minimum of 20,000 GP or something like that, or 22.5 as we're seeing in Lightside GOTB, then you're going to need your First Order higher. So if your guild is trying to push for more currency, and you're also a little bit more focused on the guild aspect, then I would go with your Cody and your Clone Sergeant to help your guild get more get to. If your guild is just overall not as concerned and just one person doing it isn't as big a deal, if nobody else is really pushing in that direction, then I would hoard for your First Order and just hold, actually. I wouldn't put it on your First Order. I would hoard it until we see what's exactly happening with Rey and Kylo. And even then, we only have one more light side TB probably before we actually get the details about the Rey and the Kylo, right? So in that case, you may as well just hoard right now, wait one cycle of the light side GOTB, and then decide whether or not you want to do it. So hoard one light side GOTB, skip this one. Don't worry about getting your Cody and Clone Sergeant. I would hoard this one, see what eventually comes of the kit, and as soon as the kit is done, then you can go ahead and decide whether or not you want to focus on First Order or whether or not you want to finish off your other one.
All right. Next question, Dr. Finn.
All right. Next question. Nobunaga Finn. Can Finn sing Zombie by the Cranberries again, but make it Night Sister themed?
What?
What?
Make it Night Sister themed?
Make it about Night Sister Zombie.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
What? No. What?
You have been raised. DACA.
Zombie.
No.
It's zombie. You got.
Yeah, but zombie reses herself, right? As if you've been res, then you've been resed by DACA. That's the whole point. Like zombie res themselves.
No, it's like you say.
Otherwise, it's I res myself.
Oh my god.
Res myself. Zombie.
See, that's better though.
That's better. Yeah, that's a little bit better than what you did.
Zombie. Okay. There you go. We made it. Okay, then what would you be?
It's all about plague.
No.
That plague.
No.
Thousand.
No, God, Jesus Christ. Next question, Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh man.
I don't think there's
I know.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, this was the question. I was simply asking about. I was answering the question. That's all I can say. That was a question by Nobunaga.
God damn it, Nobunaga! What did I tell you about making Finn sing?
Baby Herman question. Just got Watt. What mods would you recommend on him? Thanks.
Health and speed.
Yeah, exactly.
You want him survivable and fast, super fast. So best you can do. So I think once I get done with mine, he's at 273. Once I add all the pieces, he'll be near 300. So with very nice stats. So
yeah, the AI on characters that ignore taunt really like targeting Watt when he's squishy.
Yeah.
So
make him.
They will wipe him out right away.
So if you can go first, hey.
Yeah.
That saves him a lot. Get the buff on that tank and be like, thank God. All right, next question.
All right, next question. Danilo Papayas. Question, how much GP does the side guild have?
Over 9,000?
Does the Psy guild have?
I'm assuming he means Psy. Yeah, it's RSG Psy, PSI, Psy,
Yeah.
like the Greek letter. We have 217 right now with an alt in there just for 600.
Not
It's like
too
a level
shabby.
83 alt or something.
Yeah,
like
not
that.
too shabby.
Though it could be known as RSG.
Yeah. Well, we're a baby guild, so you know. I'm always gonna bring that up for Team Money. We're a baby guild.
You're very baby guild.
There's a lot wrong with me, Paul Bracamonte. How have you not figured that out by now?
I know.
There's a
This is
lot.
what I deal with all the time.
Oh
What?
no.
No, God.
Next question, Minato. Question. I asked you guys a prediction on who we would lose this year. We already lost Warrior, so who will be next? Team Money said if Grim doesn't raid, he should quit, so my money is on him.
I don't know. I don't think I'm up for quitting this game just yet. CG's gonna have to work a little bit harder to make me go away.
Fourth Akagi just done it. He said fencing in quotations 260 for my shirt, chipmunk style. Please don't.
No.
And too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan. New York and Japan.
Fencing.
On the catwalk. On the catwalk. I do my little turn on the catwalk.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. What?
Next question, please.
It was asked.
So, well, just someone asked Finn to stab himself with a roasted spoon.
Somebody donate $2 and ask Finn to walk off a very, very long pier.
Does a bed count? It was bought from Pier 1 Imports.
Oh, well, then that's different.
See?
Shut up, Finn.
You know, Finn, I'm sure Darth Hideous has a up escalator with your name on it.
Oh,
He has several. You know, if you chain up escalators together, it makes like a super up escalator.
What? Shut the
Next question from
Yes,
Paul Bracamonte.
please.
Did you guys already do a Rise of Skywalker spoiler discussion?
Yeah, we sure did. It's on the channel. Just look for it. We did it with a bunch of crew and RSG folks, and it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's on the channel. Find it.
All right. I think that's it for questions. Hold on.
Let's refresh, make sure.
Yeah, that was it for questions.
Well, I'll be damned. All right, so we are caught up on questions. So what we are going to do is we're going to flip the script. We're going to go and do some GAC. So we're going to end this stream, give me a few minutes, and then we'll bring up the GAC. So all you wonderful skewers out there, be ready for that. We're going to go do our first round of the fourth round of fighting. Yeah, so day one fighting for our quest to Kyber. We've got to do it. And I think Jason Krulik says we're facing one of their guildies. I can tell you already, they've already cleared me. Had some hiccups, but they did get the clear. So we're gonna have to be on our best. We're gonna have to be on our best, skewers. We got to represent Kyber, so we got to go in there. We got to use the right teams and do it right. So we're gonna flip that over. But make sure you guys, thank you guys for being here today for the lunch stream. We're gonna keep the fun going. Now, Finn, are you guys doing PC gaming night tonight?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, so we'll have we'll do this. I'm about to go do GAC, and then we'll have PC gaming night coming up tonight for you folks. So yeah, so we got a lot of fun ahead for you. Best way to know about it is to be subscribed on the channel to know where we're here on YouTube and Twitch, and everything like that. So Shadowfell says I just won my first round versus a Maw Guildie. Nice. So
Congrats.
yeah, very nice, Shadowfell. So with that, we're going to call this one done. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in and joining us. We'll catch you on the flip side, or we'll catch you whenever. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon for the next stream. Peace out.